Early morning, time to rise, no sleep. Radio's humming with the funky beat. Sun is shining, Rachel brings the heat. Wake up CEO, we're on repeat. Chicago, Sun Up City on the go. Rachel L. Gary on the radio. Tune in quick, hear the power flow. Wake up CEO, it's your daily show. Wake up, start the day with Zeal. Rachel's got the vibe, that's the real deal. CEO, it's time to feel the thrill. Morning grind, press play and chill. From the Windy City, bringing major vibes. Rachel on the mic, keeping lives revived. Radio Chicago, where dreams arise. Wake up CEO to the skies. No more snooze button, no more delay. Rachel's voice making waves today. Feel the energy Chicago way. Wake up CEO, rise and sway. Wake up, start the day with zeal. Rachel's got the vibe, that's the real deal. CEO, it's time to feel the thrill. Morning grind, press play and chill. Wake up, start the day with zeal. Hey, Rachel's got the vibe, that's the real deal. CEO, it's time to feel the thrill. Morning grind, press play and chill.
This is Dr. Carolyn Stevens, the CEO of the BHC Media Group. And when you are looking for a strategy for self-leadership, get aligned with Wake Up CEO with host Rachel L. Gary every Wednesday from 3 to 5 p.m.
You know what time it is? Every Wednesday, 3 to 5, my Radio Chicago, Rachel L. Gary in the building. Wake up, CEO, let's go! Wake up, go some set that tone. Wake up, every step you take, you claim that throne. Wake up, no more doubt, no time to stall. Wake up, boss up now, go get it on. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in. Wake up, I ain't waiting, now I go and take it. Built this from the ground, no way they break it. Consistency, my secret, watch me make it. Got that boss talk, now I ain't faking no. Lost, set the goal, now I'm grabbing the goal. And put in the work, now I'm taking control. The vision so clear, yeah, I already know. Every step I take, I'm ready to blow. Wake up, set that tone. Every step you take, you claim that throne. No more doubt, no time to stall. You boss up now, go get it all. Let's go, stay locked in, make it happen. Make it happen. Let's go, stay locked in, make it happen. Make it happen. No handouts, yeah, I made my way. Built my brand, now I paved my lane. I turn my losses into lessons. Now my grind got no recession. Yeah, they talk about chance, but I make my own. Yeah, I ain't waiting for fate, got a future to own. Yeah, every setback, just part of the game, game. But now I'm up and they know my name. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in. Wake up. Success so sexy, put the work in flexi. Late nights, no rest, but now my vision's hefty. They doubted, they laughed, now they watch from the back. Cause I turned every dream into bricks that stack. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in, go get it all. Every Wednesday, 3 to 5, my Radio Chicago, Rachel L. Gary taking you to the top. to the top. Boss up. Every Wednesday, 3 to 4.
CEO. I am your host, Rachel L. Gary, and this is my Radio Chicago for people out there who are just checking in on YouTube or Facebook, and also my good friends over there at TikTok. Today's show is about how to build habits that stack your money. You know we're going to get locked into that. So I want you guys to stay locked in for the Author's Corner that is brought to you by Distinguished Authors Guild, where your literary excellence is celebrated. Also, get locked into that leadership 3-point play that is powered by Say I'm Possible Academy, where self-growth gets GPS. We're going to have a special guest that's going to check in with us in a couple of minutes. It's Nanette. So if you guys... Hey, you know what we do over here on Wake Up CEO? We just go ahead and dive right in. So, as I said, we're going to have the net that's going to chime in with us in a couple of minutes. So, you guys get locked in and get ready to hear about the business behind the music. Guys, if you are not already locked into her music, I'm going to do the clean version, but stream her stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'll let her do the other version, but y'all get in there and start streaming that and get ignited by some electric, a talented individual. I'm not gonna give her all the props. I'm gonna let her chime in momentarily and tell y'all a lot about a great thing. So first, we're gonna talk about what is that power statement of the day, because you know your habits decide your harvest. What you stack daily shows up in your pockets, so not just your plans. So if you're planning for success, you got to do what? Get locked into what success looks like for who? You CEOs, not for me. What success looks like for you. And we're gonna make money moves here on Wake Up CEO today. And first we're gonna set a tone with a song real quick. And we're gonna have I Am Money by Chris and Teebs play first. And the reason, because I want to make sure enough people in the room to hear the elegance and the instrumental information that Ned's going to drop about her musical journey. Get locked in. So that's I Am Money by Chris and Teebs.
My questionnaire. The questions were just very exact and to the point of what I needed. And when I met with her in my one-on-one session, I found it to be very profound.
Excited for this. This is something I really need and something I've been looking for a while.
It's an assessment. Like, it asks questions that make you think about what you want your life to go. It's an
The 10-week financial focus plan she gave me helped me to see it in a better way where it would make money.
It was basically a reality. Something that looked like a dream, but in reality it was nothing but a shift of mindset. It's a state of mind.
Out and moving to the greatness we all know lies within who? You CEOs. See you next week right here on CEO State of Mind. Where you at? 2? All right. So remember, she's a host on Shop Top 7 on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Y'all can get locked to Tuesdays and Wednesdays right here on My Radio Chicago. So Nanette, thank you for joining me today on Wake Up CEO.
Oh, no problem. Hi, hello, mother.
So first, tell them a little bit about how you started your journey as a songstress.
Well, when I was a child, my mom used to sing all the time. She would sing at weddings and funerals, and she would ask me to do background for her. I was always a writer, so I was always a quiet, shy kid growing up, so I was always writing in my journal, writing poetry, writing scripts, writing stories, and I would just sing with her on the side just to sing. She would always try to teach me, like, no, hit the notes like this, but I didn't care about singing. I was just like, okay, it's just something to do. And I grew up in church, and I would sing in the choir as well, but it was just, I'm just doing something. But I just loved to write. Writing was my thing. Somewhere out there, 8-9-year-old Nanette is published in a book for a poem. I can't tell you what book it is because I didn't pay attention. I was a kid. So now growing up, I was in high school, and you know, I always was singing, and we always make music with my family just to joke around. And I was just singing to myself, and some girls were like, oh my God, you can sing? I'm like, I guess, whatever. And they're like, no, like we should do the talent show at school. And I'm like, all right. So I did the talent show, and I was like, wow, I like this. Okay. I like being on stage, and it kind of changed something in me. And I was like, Mom, I want to have vocal lessons. And well, I always played piano too. I took piano lessons as a kid, but I just loved music. And my mom was like, are you sure you want to do vocal lessons? I'm like, yes, I loved performing. That was great. So me and the girls did a girl group for a little bit. Our drummer, his dad was a part of a jazz band. So he took us around a lot with him to do grand openings of shows. We did the national anthem for Channel 7 News. We did a lot of different shows with him, and it was super dope. We did the March of Dimes. All types of stuff. Just like girl groups, we did not last long. And then I started to do my own solo project and just recording music. And then I stopped for a while to just, life is lifing. And then 2021, it was just like a fire lit under me. And I just started pouring into myself and into my craft. And that's what it became, what it is today.
That's an amazing journey. Mm-hmm. So we went from, we weren't even thinking of singing. Someone else saw the raw talent and was like, okay, let's take this a little further. And then you stepped into you and were like, oh, I really like that.
Because I love to write. I still love, that's why my songs are the way that they are. That's why a lot of people can resonate with my music and my songs, because I love writing. And I think a lot of people, I'm going to toot my own horn, and that's a flex. A lot of people cannot write. Writing is not as easy as people think, like writing a song. So,
hey, I will say that as an author, it is not as easy as people think. People think that you can go ahead and we're going to toss that in Chat GPT and we're going to come out with a book. All right, I want to see, I want to see the Chat GPT book against a book where someone is sitting down, putting their heart and soul into it, and that's what it sounds like when you're with your music, that your heart and soul is in it. Yeah. And so I guess that is. I mean, guys, you already know I listen to the radio one day a week. For me to have heard the song, that's amazing. Yeah. Because usually, like, for me, I don't listen to. I listen to more independent artists, and I'm gonna gotta give a little shout out to Jesse, because if it wasn't for Jesse's song
Log Off,
I wouldn't even have started listening to a lot of independent music. I was listening to Jesse's song, and I was like, whoa, I like that song. Let's so then I started listening to more of the hits on my Radio Chicago, and then your song came up, Me Versus Me. And for those who have read Forest and Fire, you'll really understand why I resonate with it. For those who didn't get the book, when you get to Forest and Fire, you'll see a portion in there that really explains why Me Versus Me resonated so much with me. It's just like something from my childhood, and it sparks a flame. Get the book, y'all. I'm not giving away those nuggets. Y'all got to get the book to get in. But when I heard it, I listened to it a couple times. I said that really,
that's dope.
Because I mean, it was going like two different sides of you, and all of us have that. But being so in tune with that, that's what I really liked about the video. Because I saw the video before because Nothing wrong with Shy Blizz's show, but sometimes I watch it with the volume down, and I was like, oh, I like that video. And I turned it up to hear the rest of the song. Then I went back and listened to the song. I was like, I love that. Love that song.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
So when did that song actually come out? Me versus Me. Now, since I'm talking about it, I gotta find out when it came out, because I'm knowing me, I'm probably 2-3 years past when it came out.
That came out May 1st of last year, I want to say.
Okay.
I dropped my first single, For You, in February 2022, and then after that, Company dropped in 22 February. Then I dropped my EP in March. Then I dropped my album in September. And then after that, I just been dropping music. Me versus Me, Blind with Cypher 6, Superman Mad. So yeah, and doing shows and meeting all these people I grew up listening to.
Now,
Just been a wild journey.
Yeah, I mean, I know I saw that combo with that collab with Shauna. I saw that as well.
Yeah.
So I just want you guys to know I am really paying attention. So
I appreciate
yeah,
that.
so I really am paying attention to what's going on out there. Now, considering now, I want to let, if you don't mind, just chime into that. How did the Shauna collab come around? Shauna is one of my favorite rappers as well. So just so y'all know, I'm a Chicago person
her.
for real.
I love her. Yeah, so me doing my music, like I said, this started like November 21 of me just writing and focusing on pouring into myself. So when I said I'm going to do this music, I was like, okay, you have to have a plan. You can't just make music. I'm a planner type of person. So
do you mind me pausing? I want y'all to pause. Now we're talking about music, and she said she had to have a plan. I want you guys to rewind that part. If you end up watching this later on, you must have a plan no matter what you're doing. Otherwise, you're just making noise.
yeah.
There's a difference. So my apologies.
No,
pause
you good.
Yeah, but the plan part, we're gonna get back to what that plan was about. Go ahead.
So I had a plan, and my plan was, okay, when I drop this EP, I want people to actually listen to it. I want people to stream and that's how I came up with that. And I want people to know who I am. So I'm not even from the city at all. I knew nobody going into this. Nobody. Like some way, somehow, everybody have a connection to somebody. Like, oh, I did radio with this person. I went to school with this person. Whatever. I don't have any connections with nobody. So my plan was to be known. Y'all gonna stream and listen to my music because I put so much hard work into it. So that was my plan. And I have different phases in my phone. I give myself deadlines. So I pretty much went on grind mode, went to every DJ, whatever club I was at. Hey DJ, hello, my name is Nanette, stream here y'all go. Let me get your email, let me get your info, just network. Then I end up having to meeting Kinfolk. He was my first interview ever as far as radio, and it was here.
Okay.
And then he was like, yeah, sometimes Shy Blizz. And I was like, and I started harassing Blizz. Like, hi, hello, my name is Nanette. I was like just all in everybody's everything. And then I eventually got my first booking of my show of my own music, and it just took off from there. And with Shauna, with that happening, the first celebrity I guess I met was 3-Piece and Ben One, because I had a show with them. And I'm so terrible with faces. I didn't know who 3-Piece was at first. So I'm sitting there like, hey, my name is Nanette, stream my, da-da-da. And they're like, who is this? And then Reese from 3-Piece, RP, I love Reese. He was like, okay, well, stream mine. And I was like, oh, no. He was like, what? So then they get on stage and perform, and I'm like, oh, I know who that is.
Once you heard this,
Yeah.
'cause he had a powerful voice.
Yeah, and I was like, oh man, I know who that is, but oh well, I'm gonna treat everybody the same. So I ended up.
I want to say she said that means she wasn't starstruck. I just want to make sure that y'all that don't go over y'all head.
Yeah.
I mean,
regardless,
people are people. I just was having a whole conversation about what you just said. That I've met a lot of celebrities that are just regular people, because they are just regular people. They're just regular people who end up
have a better tax bracket.
A tax bracket that you have to spend more money on, got to pay more taxes from.
Yeah,
and if you know how to run your business right, you learn how to actually navigate that tax bracket. But that's another show. But we are talking about the building the habits that stack that money. So Nanette is talking about bringing information on a plan, on how she put in the work, because what you guys see is usually a combination of a lot of things that took place. So, like me on the radio, there was like 4 or 5 things I did before I ever hit a radio. Before anybody even knew who Rachel L. Gary was. And very similar to where you said you could set a plan up, that was exactly what I did. I said 2 years ago, I want people to be more aware of Rachel L. Gary, not just me aware of me just to be aware, but be aware that I'm starting a movement of growth, a movement of, bringing in our community growth, bringing in our community steps to grow, bringing in community the mindset that we can do anything any other community can do. Just put your mind to it and get to work. So I mean, I just talking about your steps. So what is the latest hit? No, wait, let's take a step back. You just had an event, and that it was a very intimate setting. Where was that? What was it? And then what's the next event?
That was my Me Versus Me intimate concert. That was presented by Thinking Outside the Box podcast. That was their intimacy. So shout out to Thinking Outside the Box podcast, Reggie Moving Forward, D Jenkins, and Moolah Monster.
Since you got Reggie, make sure you guys stay locked in to CEO State of Mind Network. He has a show that is dropping October 8th called Across the Lines. So if you guys don't know who Reggie Moving Forward is, make sure you guys get locked in, start following him now, because great things are coming down in the horizon. Yeah. They're already on his timeline. Now you can get locked into what's next. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you good. But shout out to them. I did that. Blah, 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 blah. The concert there was a super dope vibe. Had my amazing band. Shout out to Rod, Jared the drummer, and Jesse Parks. Had my amazing background singers, Smooch Wallace and Niecy Charles. It was a very dope, intimate show. Shout out to Lamar Creation. He did the sound. A lot of people don't understand that sound matters when you are doing a production and a show. That matters. So to me, I'm just such a perfectionist anyway and such a planner and whatnot. It was a very dope, intimate vibe. That's something that, I'm going to definitely run that back again, because I feel like that it was so underrated with these real vocals.
I don't know what underrated means, guys. So I'm very in touch. I'm going to ask her the question. What does underrated mean to you?
To me, it should be more recognition behind it.
Okay. I say we need to get those videos out there and let you guys see, because I'm gonna tell you the little behind the scenes, the little of it I saw, I was captivated. Was like, okay,
yeah.
I'm an intimate vibe type person. And you guys already know my story about me being I'm a natural person who is definitely an introvert. Yeah. However, when it comes to me want to have a conversation with someone and grow something, I'm gonna speak up.
Yeah.
But I don't in regular everyday life, guys, I'll be in a whole room not saying nothing to anybody. But that setting was just so intimate. It really, the location, where was the location again? Sorry, I missed it.
That was at Indie TV Studios in Forest Park, whatever the west one is. Those confused.
Forest Park.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. So I mean, it was like a really intimate setting. I was look at the backdrop. I was like, okay, she had it on the TV, and I mean, it was a really nice setting. So I'm just ready. So when is the next one in there?
I am pondering on that, but that'll be probably not this year. Sometime maybe next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's on the horizon that everyone needs to be locked into right now, other than streaming? Come on.
Well, stream my please and thank you. Follow me everywhere in the net music and click the link in my bio, and that way you can have access to everything me. I put everything literally on one page. You can stream my music. You can follow me at all platforms. Look at the videos I have. Look at my series that I have, my confession series, where I talk to random people and ask them questions. I do have confessions episodes where I do one-on-ones with people, so you can go ahead and tap into that. I do have my Dear Dating Diaries, which is about me and my dating life, so you can tune into that. They're very funny.
I hope none of the guys are here. It's all right. Y'all shouldn't have put yourselves in situations. Go.
Well, that's okay. Their name's not on it. And I don't say anything bad because I'm not trying to humiliate people. I'm just going through what my experience is with them. And some of them were great experiences. It just did not work out.
I love how she said that. I have the tendency of telling individuals that for me personally that I'm friends with every ex I had. I think I dropped that in shop talk.
Yes, you did.
And if someone asked me a question recently, how can you be? Because I don't leave relationships. I don't wait till I'm fed up. Or I don't allow a person. I say if it's not working, if you're not happy, I want happiness in your life, and I want happiness in mine.
Yeah.
And I have a saying, and so if one of my exes are watching, my apologies. You've heard me say what I'm going to say. That what we right now we are in different places in our lives, and with us being in different places in our lives, we need to make sure that we're going along our ways and doing the best possible thing in our lives. That is my statement because it doesn't matter what happened. That's just true.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't have all these bad conversations and where people can't talk to me and I can't talk to them. I wish nothing but I wish everyone well in their journeys. And we might not talk for years, but I can still pick up the phone and they can still pick up the phone because I don't believe in having mess in the first place, and people already know that about me. I'm big on I don't do drama. If you're calling me, you're not calling me about drama because I'm not listening to drama. So what's the next song that's coming out?
The next song that is coming out will be Chokehold featuring Shauna, along with the visuals for that. We are shooting a video as well, so that would be the next song as far as the single coming out. My EP that will be out after that. It is a more positive EP because my music is so it's through my phases in life. So the next phase is me being, the songs are more inspirational and positive. I am a potty mouth, but that project is very clean.
I'm asking right here, right now, can we make sure that we get us a copy of that clean music? I have there's only one song I have from one of my favorite artists. Shout out to Trosh. There's only one song I have out there that someone gave to me personally. So if it's possible, I can get that clean version whenever it comes out.
It's in there.
Okay, it's in here. All right, so I got to look here and get the clean version, guys, and play it for you.
You would be the only person to play this song. I let Syfe play it one time on Review Friday, and I forgot to delete it, but it's in there. It's called Good Morning, and that will be on the new project, which is not out yet. So this is an exclusive.
Hey, we got to get it up while it's doing this thing.
Of the new music, or maybe you could.
All right. All right, we're gonna see what's going on with it. Make sure you guys will hear it. If we get it up, you guys will hear it here today on Wake Up CEO. It's very rare that we have an artist in here where we're actually going to play the music. So we're going to let something play. I'm going to put My Success is Inevitable on for a moment while we get this all locked in, because we want to make sure you still have good vibes, good music. And we're going to get right back in and talk to Nanette just a little bit more, because we want to make sure we got to ask her, what habits does she have to stack your money? So stay locked in. We're going to play My Success is Inevitable.
My questionnaire, the questions were just very exact and to the point of what I needed. And when I met with her in my one-on-one session, I found it to be very profound.
Excited for this. This is something I really need and something I've been looking for a while.
It's an assessment. Like, it asks questions that make you think deep about what you want your life to go. It's an assessment.
The 10-week financial focus plan she gave me helped me to see it in a better way where it would make money.
It was basically a reality. Something that looked like a dream, but in reality, it was nothing but a shift of mindset. It's a state of mind.
Out and moving to the greatness we all know lies within who? You CEOs. See you next week, right here on CEO State of Mind.
questions were exact and to the point of what I needed, but immediately I was able to apply some extra income come immediately this past week.
Charging $150 for these classes. So I had 30 people show up each day. I charge $150 and they're like $4.
I've gotten like three more clients since I revamped again. And I'm really grateful for that.
I actually hit my goal. I think I was at 158. And so this week I'm now at 170 RSVPs for my lunch party.
I have been uploading consistently, sharing it, and also promoting and marketing on. I did build up my own team as well. The business, I also did crack in another client.
Welcome to the CEO Mastermind. All right. Welcome back to My Radio Chicago, Support District Radio. It is your host, Rachel L. Gary, and we still got Nanette in the building. And we're going to ask her a question because we got to make sure we tie all these good habits in with the great music, with what's coming up next. With what habits have you used to stack the money?
Invest in a good savings account where you can get points back and whatnot. Also invest in this. I hate to say this, but credit cards does help build, what you're trying to do as far as getting property and whatnot. Investing in property is also a great way of stacking money. But also, I would say number one is planning. Know exactly, like if you, let's say you make, average people make like $1,500 maybe? Or
Maybe,
is that?
yeah. I said like right now, probably people will make like $25 an hour. That's what people are feeling good about making. So that's like we're talking about like $1,000. We're talking about like $4,000 a month after taxes and everything. About like 25.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So put a conscious mindset to put a certain percentage, because I'll put a certain percentage in my 401k, a certain percentage in your savings to kind of make sure you stack your money. Also, life insurance is very important. There's too many people who die and now they don't know what to do. So yeah, there's different habits that you can do. My dad was very adamant on teaching of saving your money and investing your money and putting a lot of money away with savings. Him and my mom saved money for me and my siblings. We didn't know. We didn't know until we, graduated high school, and it was like, oh, we can go to college. We didn't know you guys did this, and that's super dope. So I would want to do that for my kids who just keep putting money away.
So, I love that. I love that. It just explains that when you are literate, when you have more literacy about how finances work, you can teach. You can pour that onto your children. When you, hey guys, remember, on Wake Up CEO, I'm very candid. I come with candid conversations that build a CEO. So candidly, if you spend all your money, you're teaching your kids that spending all your money is the thing to do. They're learning from you.
Yeah, my parents were very frugal.
So they were frugal, but how many siblings do you have?
There's 7 of us.
Whoa. We spent a lot of time in the house out here.
Yes.
So 7 kids, and they had a bank account for everyone. So they were frugal in the things that you physically saw, but they were financially stable because each of you guys had a college fund ready for you when you were ready. So that means the frugality only was so. They weren't worried about Jordans. How many Jordans you guys have?
About that, I've never been into sneakers. So for me, probably 1 pair ever in life, because I was more into heels.
Okay. So All right, let's go expensive heels. Now, give me some expensive heel. What's an expensive heel that you had before you were old enough to buy them yourself? Well, the most expensive one.
Maybe $100-$200, maybe.
Guys, I tell you, I ain't never bought a pair of $200 pair of shoes.
But it would only be like a special occasion, like a special, like it wouldn't just, oh, let's just go, buy shoes every week. No.
And why do you think that was? Why do you think your parents wanted to make sure that you guys understood the value of money? Because that's when you understand the value.
Well, my parents grew up in the projects from Greene. So they were very adamant on letting us understand that we are more blessed than what people are. So they were very adamant on that. That's why I like, doing charity. I would love to, dip into all of that and whatnot. Yeah. So
I'll say
parents are very adamant on that.
Yeah, I have to say my grandmother was as well. So now I'll say this: I tell everyone, you guys are used to hearing me say it. I had like the best of both worlds. My mother was a gypsy. We lived everywhere in Chicago, everywhere, South side, North side, East side. We lived everywhere. When I was a child, we spent most of our time on the South side. Till about 18, 19, I moved to like the West side of Chicago, and she moved up north for a little bit. However, my grandfather, he owned his own business, and my grandmother, she only worked 3 days a week. So that lets you know what her income was like. If she only worked 3 days a week, and that was just because she didn't want to sit in the house. And she lived downtown. And we did a lot of shopping on Michigan Avenue. And the very first time I had ever found out about an Aldi, I got to tell y'all this story. I found out about Aldi's. I was like 19. I called my grandma. I said, Grandma, I went in the store. It's got canned goods for 89 cents. She's like, that store been around for years.
Yeah.
So I felt real stupid. But it goes to that even though my mother lived everywhere, and we now I want to be honest, we didn't have food some days. However, my mother only would shop in the expensive stores. Like she shopped at Jewel, Dominic's. That's where we shopped. So I didn't know anything about what's those like Aldi's. There was a store on 63rd. It was used to call Vito's. That's gonna age me if you guys know who Vito's. What Vito's was. There used to be one on 63rd over there by University, and there used to be one on 61st on 63rd over there by Calumet, because we lived in the project over there on Calumet before they tore them down. So those are the things that, for my grandmother, she was big on. You save your money. She's like, I have money, you don't have money. So
Right.
you have to understand that my money isn't your money, and you need to have your own money. So I had a job very young,
Same.
very young.
16 when I could work.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest.
Or maybe I was 15.
Yeah, I've been hustling, and I mean hustling like I was shoveling snow, raking leaves at 9. So I've been working a long time, making ends meet, making sure that I was taking care of my little sister and brother a lot. So I've been responsible. I'm the eldest of 4 kids, so I've been responsible all my life. So
Definitely, me too. Responsibility and hustling.
You don't look so happy about that part.
No, it was just it's, as you know, being the oldest, it's a lot of responsibility. It is. It's a different type of hustle.
Yeah,
It is.
I want to say this as an eldest kid, that a lot of the younger siblings are always like the babies. I say the babies are like, man, it wasn't that hard.
You're the guinea pig.
I mean, when you're the oldest, everything hits you first.
Yep.
And then you're responsible. I want to say this, parents. I want to say this to parents out there. Your child should not be responsible for other kids. I want to say that. I want to say that.
Because, baby, what? Kids watching kids is wild.
I want to say this, that a lot of bad habits you learn because your older sibling doesn't know any better, that doesn't know not to show you something. As a parent, you do not want your kids teaching your other kids bad habits. You think you're giving them responsibility and you're allowing them to do things so you can take care of other business. Kids raising kids is a problem. And as an older child myself, I hated it. I want to say it for the record. I hated it.
Yeah.
And I'm not a hate person. And you guys know I'm a person of positivity. What I will say, what I pulled from it, is I'm more responsible than my siblings. Much more responsible than my siblings. So I appreciate it as an adult, the fact that I was responsible, that I had to take care of the house. I had to wash dishes, clean up. My house is clean. Things are neat. I'm more organized than my siblings. However, as a kid, I hated it.
Yeah.
I hated I had to come in the street lines. I hated I had to make sure I had to know where they were, which means that your kid doesn't get to be a kid.
Did you get blamed for everything they did?
Everything.
Yep.
My sister would get lost. She would get lost in the world someplace, and my mother would be like, "Have you seen her?"
Right.
I was supposed to be looking for her. I mean,
Right, yeah.
she was jumping. My sister would jump rope, leave her shoes, and be 5 blocks away. And then she'll come back and get her shoes and go back in the house. At this point, now I'm in trouble because I didn't know where she was. I'm like, I'm just trying to go outside and play.
It doesn't make any sense.
But I want to say this, parents, the responsibility of your children is not your child's responsibility.
It's not.
And there, I know people out there gonna be like, no, they're the oldest. I'm showing the responsibility.
No.
That's not why you give those kids. You
Right.
let those kids go. You give the kids, the oldest kid, responsibility because you have your things that you have to do. Now I'm not saying sometimes that's work, and that work is to make sure that all of them are able to eat. I gotta say it. Remember Candid Conversations on Wake Up CEO. Get a babysitter.
Yeah.
We have to get more money, get better circumstances, and I know that everyone's like, well,
Stop having kids if you can't afford it. Sorry, not sorry.
not at all, not at all.
Like,
Because
it
that's
is
what it's about.
ridiculous. Yeah.
That's a real thing. Because I mean, I sit back and I think about it. How much torture did I want to tell you a story? How much torture do you think those younger kids get from the oldest kid?
Yeah.
How many times do you kick? I'm asking Annette a question. If you her parents, you watching, don't get her. This is all past. Did you ever kick your sibling down?
No.
Or push them because you
No.
want to be bothered that day?
No, I've never been like that to my
Okay.
siblings.
She was a good kid. She was a good
I
one.
was a really good kid. I
not
always
good
watched
kid.
out, but it was annoying. But I always took care of my siblings. We always wrestled and played games and stuff like that. We always have fun, but it was a lot because now when I become a teenager, everybody can go outside, but I have to be at home watching my siblings. Why am I watching I'm a teenager too.
Yeah.
I didn't get to do teenager things like most kids did because I was at home watching my siblings or, So, yeah, that's why I was just really shy growing up. But, yeah, I mean, I can understand the frustration because cooking, cleaning, making sure, like, I know how to sign and write exactly like my mom because I was make sure that their homework is done. And if they get, a bad note, I'll sign it as my mom. But I'll teach them, too, hey, I don't need to see another bad grade because I will now end up telling mom, I need you to do, and I would kind of tutor my siblings. That's why I don't have kids now. That was birth control for me, baby.
Hey, I have
Shut
2
up.
kids. I tell y'all that was to me. I said, I love my kids. Jay Trey, y'all know I love y'all. I asked myself the question: did you lose your mind? You just got out of this.
Yeah.
Because I also have a sibling who's 15 years younger than me. So it also made me leave home earlier because of it. Because
Yeah,
I was
me
like, hey, this I can't do this. I can't do this.
It is.
And this is no shot at my mother. This is not a shot at the parents who had to do what they had to do. But I say that as we are getting to an older age, don't put that same responsibility on your children.
When you
want
know
your
better,
children
you
to be
do better.
children. Absolutely. When you know better, you do better. Guys, we're gonna play Luckiest Girl in the World by Samantha, and we want to thank Nanette for joining us today. And because hey, at the end of the day, how to build wealth and get the habits that you need, you got to get locked into you, locked into that plan. Don't forget to stream her stuff. Stream her stuff. One more time, Nanette, tell them where they can find you.
You can find me. And at
Come on, no, come on with it. Come on with it. Did we do some acapella up in here? That's what she just did.
I just do that all the time. Because that's Nelly's song, Nelly the rapper. But anyways, you can find me everywhere, Nanette Music, Nanette Music. Click the link in my bio. Stream my ish. Follow me everywhere. Follow. Subscribe. Catch me on Tuesday and Wednesdays on Shop Talk 7, The Social Experiment, 7 to 9 p.m.
All right, y'all get locked in. So right now we're going to play Luckiest Girl Syndrome by Samantha Lee. stay locked in because we got the authors corner coming up, and we got some more tips that we're gonna talk about how to build habits that stack that money. Because at the end of this show, I want y'all to be able to get those habits and get more money in your pockets. Y'all know what I'm about. So make sure you stay locked into My Radio Chicago. Support District Radio.
My questionnaire, the questions were just very exact and to the point of what I needed. And when I met with her in my one-on-one session, I found it to be very profound.
Excited for this. This is something I really need and something I've been looking for a while.
It's an assessment. Like, it asks questions that make you think deep about what you want your life to go. It's an
The 10-week financial focus plan she gave me helped me to see it in a better way where it would make money.
It was basically a reality. Something that looked like a dream, but in reality, it was nothing but a shift of mindset. It's a state of mind.
Out and moving to the greatness we all know lies within who? You CEOs. See you next week, right here on CEO State of Mind.
Questions were exact and to the point of what I needed, but immediately I was able to apply some extra income come immediately this past week.
Charging $150 for these classes. So I had 30 people show up each day. I charge $150 and make like $4.
I've gotten like three more clients since I revamped again. And I'm really grateful for that.
I actually hit my goal. I think I was at 158. And so this week I'm now at 170 RSVPs for my lunch party.
I have been uploading consistently, sharing it, and also promoting and marketing on. I did build up my own team as well. The business, I also did crack in another client.
Welcome to the CEO Mastermind.
Appreciate that. Okay, hey guys, we are back. We had a great conversation with Annette. Found out about her, she being siblings, having 7 siblings. Gosh, I could not imagine. I was just telling her on break that, man, I would have went crazy. I'd have had 2 strands of hair like Cynthia, that little doll from Rugrats. If you guys are not acquainted with that doll. But let's not get locked in to, we talked a little bit about building habits to make your money when you're in music. And she just gave some real good gems just about life in general, about saving your money so you can be able to have what's next, give what's next, and do what's next in your life, especially as a parent, for her parents to have the foresight to stack money for 7 kids to be able to go away to college. We're gonna give them a shout out. We're gonna give them clap it up for that. I do. It's really funny that, like, for myself, my properties are in a trust fund. So the property that I live in, plus my rentals, are all in a trust fund. So if I pass away, everything is to be liquidated, put into the trust fund, and distributed to my children and my wife in a specific way. That's so at the end of the day to make sure that for that the next generation and my wife is secure, as opposed to trying to figure out, okay, what do I do? Do I still have the tenants? Everything is to be liquidated. And each of them gets something on my birthday so they can remember celebrate Rachel L. Gary, because I'm big on celebrating life. We don't have to, with life comes death, but I want to make sure that my death is not a tragedy for them, that they have security in just as they did in my life. So that's when you have to be responsible. Be responsible. So that's the shot I have to give my mother for, even though I hated being the sibling who had to do everything. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be as responsible as I am today. That's about taking all those lessons from everything. You got to take them lessons out. So we had people checking in. We had Bruce check in. Let's go, CEOs. And he said, love that white t-shirt. Yes, I appreciate this. I'm a CEO. Y'all know what it's about, being clear in your actions, empowered by your choices, and owning your direction, and being a CEO of your life. Then we had Amber check in. If you guys are not locked in already, Amber Penn is one of the mentees from my CEO mastermind. You guys can check in. She will be here on, I believe, October 8th. She's going to be on the show. We're going to be talking about behind the scenes, but also her new business, Amber's Luxury Locks. Oh my gosh. She's going to tell you the story of how being a mentee in my program has elevated her business, as well as brought some clarity. Y'all know that's what I'm about. Just helping people, remind them of who they already are. That's all that's about. And then we have Bruce checks in. No one plans to fail. A person fails when they fail to plan. That part right there. Then Reggie moving forward checked in and said, "What's up, family?" And we had Steve check in. Steve is also another mentee from CEO Mastermind. If you guys stuck around and watched those commercials, CEO Mastermind is on my new network, and that's CEO State of Mind Network. The CEO Mastermind really just goes through the journey of 10 individuals who got a plan, got a book, hashtag poverty to six figures, and got a coach, Rachel L. Gary, where we're just going through a journey of how to take their business from where it is to where they wanted it to be over a 10-week span. Get locked in. Then we had my beautiful wife check in saying, hello, CEOs. We have another comment. Hey, guys, hey, the comments was just coming in. So firstly, investing on myself and the rest gets taken care of. And sometimes 50-50 in gold and crypto. Really good investments. And that's understanding how we diversify. And Mrs. Gary says, speaking for the babies of families, we thank y'all. Because my wife is the baby. She is the baby of 12 kids. Woo! Guys, when I knew that I almost took a step back. The baby. So, hey, I crack my jokes about her being spoiled, but that's all right. I continue that for 17 years. I've continued to spoil her, and don't have any intention to stop anytime soon. Then we have Sharice Sloan of Highly Productive Chicago. Wait a minute, guys. Wait a minute. She is locked in for season 2 of CEO Masterminds. But if you don't know who Sharice Sloan is, you guys have been under a rock, because she be promoting everywhere. She the promoter of the year. I'm nominating her. I know she been nominated for the 312 awards. Guys, y'all got to get locked in. She does promotions, Highly Productive Chicago. Get locked into her page and go ahead and follow her on Facebook and Instagram, and Sharice Sloan on Facebook, and I think it's Sexy MJ on Instagram. Y'all get locked in. We had Rosemary Sawyer. She said she loves that name, Reggie, moving forward. All right. We just, as I say, enjoy that from afar. Enjoy it from afar. I know some things. I'll just say that. I know some things. But at the end of the day, guys, let's just jump back into getting clear on how to stack that money. We got to get that money going. Let's get that money going. All right. So habits aren't just routines. They're the foundation of your money flow. When built with intention, they transfer income into impact. Hey, we just were talking about how I put my buildings in a trust. How did I get the money to do it? Let's start with the habits. The habits of first is identifying the money loop. Track your daily money triggers. What makes you spend? If you don't know what makes you spend, you can't identify if you're making good decisions or bad decisions, and if they're emotional decisions. Y'all know when I pause on Wake Up CEO, that means I want y'all to take that in. I want y'all to think about that. Because that's how you have money to save. If you're putting some, as Nanette was talking about, in your 401k, and you bring, let's say you're bringing home $10,000. I just say that, $10,000 a month. You spend $7,000. And that's not just your essentials. You're spending $2,000 or $3,000 on clothes, shoes, things to hang out. But you're not in the business of how to recoup that money. I'm gonna take a second on that. If you're spending money that you don't plan to recoup, then you might be just wasting it. And it's identifying are we doing it to impress somebody? I just want to take that second to think about it. Are we dressing to impress people that we don't? I'm going to tell you a story about. Sometimes we are getting ourselves all dressed up, and we don't even care about the people we're going to get dressed up for. So you didn't spend that $100, $200 outfits right now. We're talking about $200, $300 to look good for one day. To see a bunch of people that ain't paying you and that you don't even care about seeing. What y'all think about that? I want y'all to drop that in the chat. What y'all think about spending unnecessary money? Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm one of these I'm going to be honest. The only time I dress up is if I got an event. I got on shorts right now, my Crocs. That's just that's my everyday attire. I care less what people are saying because I'm going to tell you why. Building 1, building 2, building 3, building 4, condo. That's how I spend my money. I'm spending money on stuff that's making money. So I care less what people are thinking about what I got on. I'm gonna be clean. This is a white shirt that don't got a stain on it because I'm gonna be clean, but I'm not spending money unnecessary. Like for me, when I was asking about Jordans, I've never ever owned a pair of Jordans. Let's make this transparent. I could afford a pair of Jordans ever since I was 15. I've had a job in a way that my paycheck could have afforded me a pair of Jordans. I just didn't understand. For me, I didn't understand. I love Jordan. Now, I actually know who Jordan is. There's a lot of teenagers who have no idea who Jordan is. My grandbabies, I asked them a question about the shoes they were wearing. They was like, these Jordans. I said, who's Jordan? They had no daggone idea. They have no idea. Jordan hasn't played basketball in 20 plus years. So right now, I'm not mad at Jordan. Hey, I'm not mad at all that his mother set that deal up. Because she was supposed to. You're supposed to set up those deals where you're making money for life. You're supposed to be setting up endeavors where you're making money residually. That's the habits that we're talking about here. Having an understanding about those habits. So everyone sees it as a shoe deal. It was a name deal because it was Jordan shoes, Jordan clothes. He's making money for the rest of his life. His kids are going to make money for the rest of their life. As long as there's a Jordan, anything, he makes money. They license his name. One more time, his name. So his name is worth $1 billion just in Jordans. Let's skip all the other endeavors Michael Jordan got going on. Just Jordans. But I'm going to say this, people. I got to say this. Candid conversation. If you every week spend $200 on Jordans, I still can't. I'm still flabbergasted that Jordans still come out every other week. But so every week you get a pair of Jordans. You spending. From what I hear right now, and I said this is what I heard. One more time, I don't buy Jordans. They run anywhere from $250 to $500. You spend $500. That's $2,000 a month. Now, let's say you drop that $2,000 in an actual stock fund that has a 15% return. Now, I've heard about that Jordans are collectibles, but if they on your feet, they not doing nothing but collecting dirt, and nobody's collecting that. If you got them in those boxes and you sell them, because I got a friend who sold a pair of Jordans for $10,000. But that is when you're collecting and you're doing it for the purpose. You have the habit of stacking money. See, that's a different mind frame. Same scenario, someone bought some Jordans, one person bought them for fashion, one person bought them for an investment. Those are the habits that you're building. The person that bought it for investment bought it with intention. They spent $500 for those Jordans. Then they sold them for 10 grand 4 years later. God dang it, they winning. They winning. We talking about one pair of shoes, $500 investment over 4 years. The rate of return on that, I mean, I'm trying to go in my mind, that's like 2,000% rate of return. That's an investment. But you spend $500, you walk around in those Jordans, someone scuffed them up, they are now garbage. Because remember, we got an image to maintain, so we can't walk around with scuffed up Jordans. So once they get scuffed up, you don't know how to get that buffer out of them and get them cleaned up. Because believe me, there's a way to get the Jordans back right. I just know that because I know how to get shoes back right. And you toss those away or you get them to somebody else because now they're not even quality shoes anymore. Those are the things that play in my mind when I think of how we're building habits to stack money, or are we building habits to look like we got money? I want y'all to sit back and think about it. Just take that moment. Take it in. Are you stacking money because you want to look like you got money, or are you stacking money so you can have some money in the future? I'm a big proponent. I'm a proponent. I will say it, that I believe that you live for the present and prepare for the future. So you can live your good life now, but you prepare that there's going to be a life tomorrow. That's the investments. You got to mentally prepare that you're going to live past today. And if you got kids, family that you're taking care of, then that means that your money that you spend today, that's less that you're leaving for them tomorrow. Where's the responsibility in that? I just want to, hey, I'm just stacking up the things the habits that we got to build upon. So once we realize what triggers us to spend money, are we trying to look good? Are we spending money because we see that we want instant gratification? We're not used to waiting to have something better. Because when you think about it, the $2,000, if you had to stack that and you held on to it, this is back to the Jordan scenario. You stack that $2 grand and you hold it. Then next month you stack another $2 grand. You now get you a vacation to Dubai. You have a whole experience for $4,000. Now, you gone for a week. You have a whole experience. You on a flight. You done had the best drinks. You done had some out of town entertainment. That's still having fun. That's still if you're showing off, but you're able to have an experience. Let's say you stack that money for 3 months. 3 months of Jordan money. You stack 3 months of Jordan more than $6,000. Oops, wait. That's buying a piece of property. So you buy that piece of property. You buy a 2-unit or 3-unit. Now you got income coming in from 2 of those units that's helping you pay that mortgage. So now you living free. Hear me, guys. In 3 months, you living free. Now you can buy Jordans, and it doesn't even feel like an expense to you anymore because you're holding all of your money for your living expense. That's about building a habit that stacks some money. I just said 3 months. 3 months. 3 months we get rid of instant gratification and we start thinking of how to stack the money for something bigger. In 2 months, you in Dubai. If you stack it for 3 months, you in your own property where someone else is paying your mortgage, where you still can go to Dubai the next month. Then the month after that, you still can buy Jordans. So wait a minute. In 3 months, if you don't want that instant gratification, you can still go to Dubai before the end of the year, and you can have your own place that you don't have to pay mortgage for by the end of the year. That's how you stack money. You switch what the priority is. What's the priority? Instant, long term, and still get the same things you wanted. Let's clap it up for that. And because that's how you really make money moves. You still got everything you wanted. You wanted the Jordans, you still got them. You wanted the trip to Dubai, you still got it. Now, let's skip that. Let's say you don't want to be a landlord. I don't want to be bothered with other people. Great. There are investment funds that you can put the money in. You might have to wait a little longer, so that instant gratification goes from that 3 months to now you might have to wait 6 months or a year. But you still get to go to Dubai in about a year. Then you still get to go buy those Jordans in about a year. And you now have money that's paying you money, dividends, for the next year. It's all about, A, getting an understanding, getting clear. You get clear that your money, $2,000 a month, could save your mental sanity. Because after you spend the $2,000 on Jordan, then you worry about, okay, how am I pay for this? How am I pay for that? When if you break the cycle of being instant gratified and start getting the habits of growth, you can change the trajectory of things that are stressing you out. Because money is a stressor. When you don't have money, you stressed. When you don't know where the money coming from, you stressed. Now, like I said, these are some of the best case scenarios, but even with the worst case scenario, you just spending the money on nothing. So let's check into the chats here, guys. We got Angelina, Gary checked in. Make your money make sense for you. Absolutely. We got Selah. This is another one of the mentees. He's got a masterclass tonight. If you guys did not see it, drop that link down there. Get locked in. He is a content creator, content branding coach. He is going to show you habits on having connectivity content. This is another one of my mentees from the CEO Masterclass. They are out here making money moves because remember, guys, I'm a leadership coach who put you in your circle of genius so you can make some money. I don't have these conversations just because I want you guys to be broke. No, I want you to get the habits that's going to help you stack the money. We stacking money on Wake Up CEO. And say like he laughs that if you got Jordans on your feet, all they doing is collecting dust and nobody's collecting that. Absolutely. We got Edgy Steps chopped in again. Spit them facts. Guys, I'm only gonna bring facts out to you guys. I'm not having conversations about fiction. So for 7 days, I want you guys to write down every dollar leaving your hands and why. This the habits. We're building habits now. 7 days. I'm not saying a month. Let's start with 7 days. At the end of that week, circle the habits that create growth and cross out the ones that don't. So what drains your pockets, cross it out. And then the following week, replace the ones that drain with a non-generating activity. Let's replace that with something of savings, something of growing. So you have something to be able to grow and build on. And then we have to create income habits on purpose. I'm intentional. Y'all know I'm an intentional individual. And with your intentions, you have to make small actions daily that add up. Follow up with, so if you, let's go this way. If you have a business, post that product, follow up with that client. Schedule a sales call or auto save a percentage every time you get paid. This is how we're going to stack some money. and choose one daily non-negotiable habit that ties directly to your money growth. And let's flip that. So set a daily reminder and check it off your list, CEOs. We're not on here having no conversations about how to just toss our money out. We want to show how we're gonna build our money. Now, let's say you're saying, man, I don't have enough money to save. Yeah, we do. That's the reason why you're writing down what you do for 7 days with your money, so you can get accountable to what you spend your money on. Like, I'm gonna tell you guys, like, I have $1,000. At the end of the week, I was wondering, I didn't have any more than $1,000. I was like, where the heck did $1,000 go? I was just spending it left and right. So what I did was, for 7 days, I wrote down every time I spent some money. I went to my bank account. I thought about what emotions I was working with. I was trying to figure out why I was spending $1,000 a week on nothing. I had nothing to show for it. I was taking my wife out. I was buying flowers. I was buying food. I was I went to a concert. I had done a whole lot of little things. But once I wrote it all down, I'll tell you what I figured out. That most of the money I was spending on building my brand. So even though I didn't know where the money was going at first, because I was just oblivious to where the money was leaving. I was paying the bill. I was paying Facebook for running ads. I was paying my VA to do his thing. At the end of the day, that's just what was going on. But once I had wrote it down, I started becoming more aligned with where my money was going. And then I could determine, okay, this is for this. And when I started writing it down, then I started looking at when I was paying it and why I was paying it and how much I was paying. This is when I started settling down and becoming a business owner and stopped just aimlessly just putting money out there for the business. Yes, I'm trying to grow the business, but is this the highest and best use of the money? Because sometimes you can get money and you got money and you're like, hey, I got the money. I can just go ahead and do what I'm doing. But if you're not looking at the highest and best use of that money, you're still not locked in to the habit that builds and stacks the money. You're spending it. You have more of it to spend. I want to check that again. When you start growing and your business is flourishing, all you do now is have more money to spend. But if you don't fix the habits that were broken when you were broken, then you're still going to end up broke. So we had to stop waiting for the breaking point. And we had to start reframing our mindset for every $10, $50, $100 action, because it matters. The money we spend matters. So we're going to jump into the chat. So they said, check out www.sayiampossible.com. That is my website, www.sayiampossible.com. That's where you can get my books, join the mastermind, and also get locked into my leadership coaching and development course. At the end of the day, all we are doing is building wealth over here in Wake Up CEO. That's all we do at Rachel L. Gary. That's all we do at SayI'mPossible.com. Say I'm Possible Academy is build wealth. We discover habits that grow us and grow our money quickly. I'm not about a long drawn out plan. In 10-week increments, that's how we build a business. Every 10 weeks, we do actionable steps for 10 weeks. Then we move to the next level and do 10 more actionable steps to build our business. I said this, we have some businesses in my mastermind who started out with $0. And in 30 days, we have one person who made $4,000. We have one person who made $2,500. We have one person who made $1,300 in one day. Because your habits build money. If you're spending your time doing mindless tasks, scrolling. Hey, you guys, we on Facebook right now. If you check in with what I'm saying, what I'm talking about, and actually hit that www.sayimpossible.com, this scroll it's not mindless because it's just gonna start offering something to your pockets. Because that's what we're doing. Now, if we're mindless scrolling, we're just, man, what happened last week? Man, did you see what happened to Cardi B and her husband? Man, do you know what happened with this girl and that guy? They rich, man. Who gives a good goddamn what they got going on? Because while you watching them, they watching them who helping you. I just want to remind you that you're trying to be wealthy. I'm just here to remind you that you're trying to have a come up. I'm just reminding you trying to get to the bag. I'm just reminding you that you want your bank account to have more than 1 0 and sometimes a negative 0. I'm just reminding you how to get there. So we're gonna jump into the empowerment piece. Now that we clear that we gotta watch our finances. We are the captain of the ship. We are the writer of the story. And to write the story, we gotta be clear on where the story's going. So we plan. We get the plan, we work a plan. And now we're just gonna talk about how automating your wins works. When you set up auto transfer, so saving isn't an option. You don't see the money. What you don't see, you don't have. I have a savings account that's not tied to my bank. So I have to log into a whole nother bank to see that savings account. That's because for me, it's out of sight, out of mind. Now that bank account I do not touch. I have not touched it in years. I can't even tell you how much money is in it. I said it years ago. I don't even remember how much money, just thinking about it, I don't even know how much money comes out of the money that comes into, whenever checking money comes into my checking account over $500, automatic deposit goes into the other account that I don't see. Right now, I couldn't even log into the account because I don't even have the password. I would have to look the password up. I did it intentionally. Because rainy day fund should be just that, a rainy day. A rainy day fund don't mean that because my light bill is due. Your light bill is due because you got to pay it every month. A rainy day fund is not because my car note is due and I spent that money on going out last night. That's not a rainy day. That's you not being responsible and setting your life up accordingly. A rainy day fund is when your life is at disaster, like Katrina, and you need like Hurricane Katrina, and you need to pick your family up and get to moving. That's a rainy day fund. Identify what that means. You have to tell yourself that. What is a rainy day for you? A real rainy day. I don't have $20. That's not a rainy day. That's mismanagement. That's life mismanagement. You don't have gas in your car. You need to not go nowhere today. If your bills are short, that means that you're not making enough money for them. That means we need to reprioritize the things that we're doing in our lives and figure out what to do different. Better job. Spend more time into a business. Spend less time hanging out. It's okay. Now, if you hanging out because that is your business, that's a different story. Are you getting paid? Are you checking a check? That's why I used to tell my guys on the street, like, y'all checking a check. Or you just talking to me about some garbage. Guys, remember, I'm from the streets of Chicago. This is how my conversations would go. My guys, most of my friends are male. I got to first say that. 90% of my friends are male. I have 2 female friends, but I got 30, 40 male friends since I was a kid. Just my group. Sorry, ladies, I don't like drama. And most of my female friends are a bunch of drama, and I'm like, once I identified with my male guy friends and said I don't like men, we were all okay. Once we got that out the way, I do not like men. I love to hang out. We can kick it. We can do whatever. And if you guys knew me when most of these people became my friends, I was like 5'6", like 175 pounds. I had a 6-pack and everything. Not saying that I don't look good now, but I looked real good back then. So we'll say that I had to have that conversation of I don't like men. That was just it. I just had to say it that way. Make sure that we was all on the same page. No matter how much we talk about it, no matter what you can take off your clothes every other week if you want to. We can go to the gym together and do all that stuff. It's still not gonna make a difference. Once we got past all that, guys, I have some really good male friends. who I could call that will ride and die right today. But I say all that to say, when they would come to me with the problems about finance, I was like, okay, how much you spend on her when you took her out? Do you like her? One more time, did you hear what I said? Do you like her? Because men, don't get mad at me, guys. Men will spend money on a chick to hit it. I'm not spending money on sex. I just want to say it for the record. Yo, I hear men say, I'm not spending money on no strip club, but if you spent money just to hit it, you spent money on a strip club. I want y'all to get it. Your bedroom became a strip club. I just want to say it. Candid conversation on Wake Up CEO. All this is about checking your money. You gotta get in tune with your money. So if you're taking a girl out because you like her and you want to get to know her better, that's a different conversation. You're investing. But if you paying $200-300 because you want to have a night, get you guys. I don't want to taint my show today, but get you somebody who don't care about going out, who just want to do that with you and do that. I'm telling my male friends the same thing I've been saying for years. This is not a new conversation for them. It might be new for y'all on Wake Up CEO, but the reason why I'm talking about it is because I want you to check your habits so you can really stack some money. If you legitimately don't want to be lonely in your life, and you really just craving the company of another individual, then go Dutch. Be like, hey, I want to enjoy a good meal, but I'm not trying to be your boo. Be honest. That's a whole other show, guys. A whole other show. We'll talk about that later, about being honest and just being true to who you really are. But this will help you with your finances. Those $200-300 dates, if you're taking a girl out 2-3 times a week and you never see a future with her. Let's recap how that money is spent. Let's take her to a $50 meal. Because if it's all you trying to do is one thing, take the $50 meal, have great conversation, spend time cultivating that conversation, and maybe you don't have to spend $200-300. I'm just saying. That's for another show as well. But I'm saying all this to make sure that you understand that to empower yourself to stack your money correctly, you have to be in line with how you're spending it and make sure you're spending it according to your plan of growth. That's how we get empowered to grow. You have to track to stack. So we can download a free tracking app. Now, this is the part we don't want to put the work in. You want money? It's work. Like you went to work to make the money. To let the money grow, you have to put in some work to make that happen. Nothing's free. One more time, I want to say it. Nothing's free. Everything you want is on the other side of uncomfortable. So if you're not uncomfortable, you're not moving forward. Forward momentum is going to get you that stack. I want y'all to get to the bag. And the only way to get to that bag is to invest in you. Invest in knowledge. Read, learn, and apply some strategies. There is no easy way to wealth. Lottery winners go broke. So even if you win the $1 billion that they have, you are going to, if you don't have money habits, you're still going to be broke. It might take you a little longer to get there, but you're still going back. How many songs have you guys heard people roll up with ribbons with Rolls Royces, and then in Jay-Z songs, then he sees them repoed? Because no matter how much money you get, if you don't know how to manage that money or you don't have good management skills of money, you're going right back to wherever you were in the beginning. Let's not do that. We're building habits to stack the money here on Wake Up CEO today. First, we got clear. We're clear with what we want. We want that money. We're going to take the opportunity to understand where we're spending the money. Then we're going to now start building a savings account of the money that we were using inappropriately previously. But we have to look at our budget and understand what we're doing. And now we're going to get to the empowerment piece. I mean, to the ownership piece. You going to own your next steps. You have to own your financial habits that stack long-term wealth. Claim your money mindset. Say it. I want that money. I want to stack the wealth. I want money in my bank account. I want to leave a legacy for my children. I want to build. I want to have a house. I want to have a building. I want to have multiple streams of income. But if you don't manage your current stream, it becomes a dry desert. So right now, this is what we got to do. Say it. I'm going to stack my money. We were first. Let's take a step back. Clear. We want to stack money. We have established that we know where our money has been ciphering out to. We've triaged and stopped the bleeding. Figured out what we're going to do to make sure that we know where our money is. We're going to understand that where we're spending our money, is this a long-term investment for us, or is it just a short-term gratification? Once we figure that out, we know what we're doing, we're empowered, and now we saying we gonna stack it. Start every morning with a 2-minute money mantra. Speak your wealth goals out loud. I am today focused on my financial growth. Remember, financial growth is not just getting more money, it's keeping money. Remember, you know the saying, it's not the money you have, it's how much money you keep. How many can you call your bank right now and your whole check is not going to be touched? Let's figure out how to keep that money. So every morning, tell yourself that. Take one online action before noon, whether it's sending an invoice if you got a business. Because a lot of times we have money out there that we don't even claim because we're so busy in life without structure around our business that we haven't even made a phone call. We got people owing us money that we don't even get because we're not structured enough to know when our money comes in and who it came from. Send the invoice if you got a business. Find your money. So when you're on it, you're saying, I'm looking for everything that belongs to me. If you got some debts out there, send them texts. Today we're gonna send a barrage of texts. Hey, I remember that you these are the friend texts. Hey, you borrowed $100 from me. You said you were gonna pay that back a couple of months ago. You got that? Oh, you ain't got it today. When you gonna have that? All right, I'm looking forward to getting that from you. Next text. You got probably hundreds of thousands of dollars out there that's yours. Those are like invoices. Don't get mad. Remember, we just looking for our money. Don't get mad that everyone didn't give the money back to you. It's okay. You wasn't even looking for the money until we started getting to the empowerment piece. So every dollar that comes to you is on time. Don't get mad. This is not an exercise to be aggressive. We're gonna aggressively just be aligned with our money. So we gonna write that down. Hey, John owed me $200. He told me he's gonna give it back to me this day. Post that on your computer. Send you a reminder, whatever it takes. And if John don't give it back to you, you'll be like, okay, now John is on the list of I never loan him no money no more. Remember, we're not getting mad. We are empowered. We're just figuring out where our money is and getting all our money. Then once we get all our money in, from all the numerous places in which there is, if you have a business from those accounts accounts receivable will be coming in. So you got that money. Now you're going to figure out what to do with that money. You're going to determine what is it that you're looking to have in the long run. So we're going to go short-term goal, get the money. Mid-term goal, we got the money. Long-term goal, what do we want to do with the money? And if the first thing you say to yourself is, I want to spend the money, then you got to go all the way back to getting clear on what you really want out your life. Because CEOs, remember, we talking about how to build the habits that stack your money. Because stacking money is about what do we want to do with that money that's going to grow money. I want money making babies. That's the only thing I want making babies right now. Money. Money should leave your pocket to bring more money into your pocket. That's either through savings accounts, through stock accounts, crypto accounts, gold accounts, real estate, money marketing accounts, CDs. There are many financial instruments out there, but get knowledgeable about those instruments so you can be clear on once you get your money, you know where you're going to put it and what you're going to do next. So even though we are little, because we had with that wonderful guest Nanette, we didn't get into the author's corner that was brought to you by Distinguished Authors Guild, where your literary excellence is rewarded. The book of the day is The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Ooh, I love this book. This is the 3 money habits that I took from the book. Law 15, crush weak habits early. Don't let poor money practices linger. Kill them before they become stronghold. Law 2, Law 25, recreate yourself. Transform your money identity. See yourself as a builder, not just like a spender. Law 35, master the timing. Strategic moves with money require patience and timing, not rushing and reacting. Those were my three key lessons that I got from the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Guys, get locked into that. Get locked into that. That's what it's about. Now, you know, we are now getting to the close of the day. I'm gonna be honest, I always have an awesome time right here on Wake Up CEO. Had the opportunity to be with Nanette. Nanette was giving information, dropping information about our habits, told you guys where to go stream her. Y'all know what to do. Make sure y'all get locked in. And I want to just say something about branding. I'm gonna take this all plays into building your habits. Why do I know whenever I hear Nanette's name, it stream her stuff? How do I know that? It's part of her brand. When you are branding correctly, I know it was part of her plan. She didn't say it, but it's part of her plan because it's in my head. And that's when you are building your brand correctly. If you want to know more branding tips, go to Selah Brooks. He is having a branding masterclass tonight from 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. It is free. One more time. He is investing his time in your growth. Go ahead and now click that link. That if you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, the link is in the chat. Find it. If not, go to Selah Brooks. It's SELAH Brooks, BROOKS, and make sure you click on the link for the masterclass tonight at 6 p.m. He, as I said, is one of my mentees. He has an awesome program. I'm not saying that because he's a mentee. My integrity is everything. I stand up for what I believe is right. The gentleman has great information, great connectivity, and he's talking about a message of content that actually connects. And I as I said, just like with Nanette stream her stuff, I am very aware of that because that is her message. It's just like McDonald's. I'm loving it. Just like Nike. Just do it. When you hear one thing, you hear the other. That is when you're branding and branding correctly. Because every single time someone hears her name, Nanette, they should say, stream my, I gotta say my stuff right here. Stream that on Wake Up CEO. So we're now going to get to that 3-point play. So get locked into the Leadership 3-Point Play that is powered by Say I'm Possible Academy, where self-leadership gets GPS. Play 1. Audit your daily money moves. Look at where your money actually goes. Play 2. Stack before you spend. Prioritize saving and investing first. Play 3. Stay consistent, not perfect. Wealth stacks by persistence, not overnight success. That is the Leadership 3-Point Play that was powered by Say I'm Possible Academy. Guys, I want to say it was a pleasure getting locked in with you guys on this Wednesday. And y'all know where you can find me every Wednesday. We got a couple more people in the chat that are chiming in. We have Dr. Carolyn Stevens. This is the Media Mogul. Guys, get locked in. If you are looking to grow your brand, she has an accelerator program that takes your brand and allows you to grow it through media. Get locked in. She says, making money making babies. That's good. Absolutely. If my money ain't making babies, then it's wasted money. And she said, awesome. Go Selah. Absolutely. We had Trosh check in as well, guys. If you guys got to get locked in the Trosh. And we had Nanette speak. She said, speak. I want you guys to stay locked in. We had Ovita also check in. She said, good afternoon. Guys, at the end of the day, we all want success. And if a little bit of information that I provide gives you success, guys, get locked in with me for the long haul. I have a leadership and development program, and it's part of Say I'm Possible Academy. And currently the program that I'm running is called the 10-week CEO Mastermind. It has a 3-part way that you get locked into the money. First thing is that you get a unique one-on-one. That one-on-one is 20 questions that you answer about you and your business, and you get a customized plan for your personal business with 10-week steps so you can file success. It also comes along with the #Poverty to Six-Figure Guide, and it is guiding you through the mental mindset that is necessary for you to actually get through the 10-week steps that are going to help you elevate your business. Third thing you get is a group of individuals who are just like you, looking, moving, and cultivating success. Working together because iron sharpens iron. On top of that, you get a coach, myself, who is now guiding you through the 10-week process, along with 2 one-on-ones. You get a one-on-one where we go over your plan and make sure that it is perfectly right for you. Then you get a mid in week 5 or 6 where we go through how you do it with the plan and tighten that plan up. And lastly, but not least, you get tools, all kinds of other stuff. And you get each week, we have a conversation as a group helping you through your particular journey. Guys, this mastermind is jam-packed. Right now, you can go to the link that is in the chat and get locked in. Season 2, I have 1 spot left for season 2. I have people already who are signed up for season 3 because they couldn't make season 2. There's only 10 participants per season. If you want to get locked in and you are looking for money growth, even though I have 1 spot left, go ahead and get locked in because last season we had 10 people and 3 people fell out. That's okay. Their lack of clarity can be your moment of success. So get locked in. And as usual, guys, I appreciate you joining me every week right here on Wake Up CEO from 3 to 5 on My Radio Chicago, where I have a awesome time sharing conversations of greatness with you. My final words for the day. Stacking money isn't magic. It's movement. Habits create harvest, and wealth comes from your daily actions matching your desired lifestyle. And as always, CEOs, I want you to stay focused on your growth and be up, out, and moving to the greatness we all know lies within who? You. See you next week right here, Wednesday, 3 to 5 p.m. on My Radio Chicago.
Do you feel stuck?
like your dreams are just out of reach. It's time to change that narrative. Use life's setbacks to fuel the fire within. I'll walk you through the exact steps I took to move from $7 an hour to multiple six-figure success. The roadmap includes practical strategies, real-world mindset shifts, and the habits that help me rise against the odds. Welcome to Hashtag Poverty to Six Figures, a journey that goes beyond just financial success. This is about breaking free from the cycle and claiming your desires, transforming your life, unlocking your potential, and finally living the life you deserve. Get your copy today. Start your journey towards financial freedom. Are you ready?
6 figures couldn't change my mind.